hey, what I believe in is right. You know, you gotta get with it, or we gonna kill you. I mean, it's up to you. It's what you want to choose. What you want to get with God, or we kill you in the name of God. All right, man. What's good with y'all? It's Ty, and I'm back at it again with another video. Now, I'm going to be talking about religion, certain questions, what I feel like are certain issues. Specifically, I'm going to be talking about Christianity because that's the one that I'm most aware of and the one that I know the most about. Now, before I start this video, man, I just want to get this out the way. This is no disrespect to anybody. I respect all beliefs. I respect all perspectives. I like Christianity myself, you know. I've been to church, and I really like the church that I've been to, you feel me? I'm not gonna lie to you. And I like the beliefs of Christianity, but there's some things that I do want to question just because that's what I do. You know, I question everything. I only do this to open people's minds and give people different perspectives that I feel like some people just don't question, just don't wonder about. I feel like if you never question anything, your belief system will never be strong enough, okay? Now, I'm not coming on here acting like I'm just the expert of Christianity or anything. I'm just open-minded, and I know some things, okay? You know, sometimes there's people who have a strong belief in Christianity. They try to point fingers at other people saying that they're not living a certain life. They're not living the right life. Do they call them Bible thumpers? Just people who are, you know, real extremists in the church. The church that I go to even talks about this, how people in that church, the pastor addresses it. There's people in that church who feel like they know so much about the Bible, like they know so much about the religion, and they really try to point fingers at people, criticizing and judging people for not living the right lifestyle or not doing the right things, not practicing the right things. There's always people in there, you know. It's not the overall religion that I'm addressing. It's just certain people and certain mindsets that I'm addressing, okay? There's certain cliches, like you can't talk about the American flag like it's the Bible, or you can't talk about certain political ideologies like it's the Bible. Basically, the like it's the Bible has become a cliche, basically meaning that it's off limits. You can't question it. You can't think about it. You can't challenge some beliefs in there. And I feel like that's something that shouldn't be necessarily right. I feel like you should be able to challenge the Bible, or not like say that, oh, this is wrong, but just question it. What does it really mean? Where is this coming from? What I'm getting at is that, you know, I feel like everything should be questioned, and especially the Bible. You know why? Because the thing about the Bible is that you can be of the same belief. You can ask 50 people to read a certain section in the Bible, and you can possibly get 50 different interpretations, bro. There's so many versions of the Bible, right? And not only that, that's just of today. And the original Bible was written in Hebrew years ago, centuries ago, bro. I don't know if we even know who was the prophet who wrote the Bible originally, okay? I take it like this, right? Y'all ever played that game where you be in class, right? You be in pre-K, y'all all sit in a circle, right? The teacher is like, hey, I'm gonna whisper this to the person next to me. They're gonna whisper it to the next person. And then by the time it gets to me, I want them to tell me what was the thing that I said, okay? I feel like that's how the Bible was kind of built, you feel me? There was a person, you know, the prophet who wrote the Bible. They wrote it a specific way. They wrote it in Hebrew. They whisper it to somebody else. That person whispers it to somebody else. This happens going on for centuries and centuries and centuries, to the point where it gets to us, right? We're not reading the same Bible. We're probably not even getting the same interpretation of the Bible as the person who wrote it meant it to be, okay? Now, I'm not trying to say this to devalue the Bible, because I feel like the Bible is a great book. I don't care what religion you believe in. I don't care what you believe in. I feel like the Bible has great information within it, you feel me? But the thing that I'm challenging is that, you know, people have different interpretations of it, and people should have the freedom to have different interpretations. I feel like you shouldn't be telling people, no, like, that's not what it means. No, you're not living right. You're not, you know, I feel like people can't do that, because you don't even know if that's right. You don't even know if you're interpreting it right. You don't know if what you interpret it as is right. I'm challenging the interpretations and not the information itself, okay? Because I feel like the information can hold value as long as possible, but it's like you can take different things from the same sentence, from the same message. But also, I want to get into like the translation of the language, right? The Hebrew to all these different languages, all these different versions of the Bible. If y'all ever talk to somebody who is like a native Spanish speaker, right? They know English and Spanish, right? Sometimes you'll hear them speaking English and then they say a certain word in Spanish. You ask them like, how would you say that in English? And they're like, I'm not sure exactly how to translate the Spanish word into English because it kind of wouldn't mean the same thing, right? So I think about it in that same context. You know, certain things that were written in the original Hebrew Bible, people who try to reinterpret it into the English language, they could be like, I'm not sure if there is actually an English translation for this, so I'll kind of write it like this, and then it'll kind of mean the same thing, but you can't take that specific word and put it here and it mean the exact same thing. As it goes on, so many people try to rewrite it and make it more understandable for certain people, but at the same time, it's still a reinterpretation of it. It's not the exact prime source. It's like a secondary source or tertiary source in reality, because it's not the original written version. And even if you say like, hey, I'm reading the Hebrew Bible, like in Hebrew, you know, it's been so long since the actual Bible, the original Bible has been written. Like this could all not be the real deal. Not saying that it's not authentic, not saying that there's no value in it, because I believe that it is value. I keep on putting emphasis on that because I'm not trying to devalue it. I'm just trying to put emphasis on the fact that, you know, there can be different interpretations of the same information. Therefore, I feel like you shouldn't judge or you shouldn't criticize people. You shouldn't be so hard and try to attack people that you feel like go against this, because you might be going against it and not even know it, just off of your misinterpretation. So before I bore y'all, I'm gonna give y'all a little history lesson. Don't leave, okay? It's gonna be quick. So there was a time period, right? It's called the Reformation period, right? In the 16th century, about the Christian church, okay? There was a split, right? The reasoning behind it was that, you know, there was this pastor up here who was the only person that was able to interpret the Bible, right? They was up there on the podium, right? They were the only person able to interpret the Bible. They was telling everybody in the church, hey, okay, let me read this. All right, now let me tell them what I want it to mean. Okay, so all y'all, listen. This is what this Bible means. This is what this means. I'm gonna tell you it means this, this, and this, and this. And they can't argue with them because they can't interpret it themselves. The pastor was the only one that was able to read it, right? It was like, I'm the only one who's able to interpret it. Everybody else, y'all just gotta run with it. Y'all don't know. hey, that sucks for y'all, but I know what it's saying. But there was a split because they were like, hey, you know what? We should be able to interpret the Bible in our own way, right? So they split. It was two separate churches. They are both Christian, but they were different branches of Christianity. You feel me? They had to translate the Bible to different languages so different people were able to understand it, you know? Different people were able to have different interpretations. It should be very appreciated that different people may have different interpretations of what this says and what it doesn't say, you know? The Bible was written so long ago that some of the things we're not sure exactly what it would mean in today. Like, you know, marriage. What was marriage in that time period when the Bible was written versus what it is today? Was marriage going in the courtroom signing these papers and then like, yes, we're married now? Now, you know, was it that? I mean, I don't know. I personally don't know. I'm not coming here trying to say like I do know or I don't. But you know, there's been things that have changed over time, you know. The Bible was written so long ago, a lot of those things may not be able to, you know, not saying that we're not able to relate to it, but we would have to translate it to what it would mean in today's time, you feel me? So, you know, some things I feel like we shouldn't really hold too strictly against people. You know, you can't be like, this is what the Bible says, so I'm gonna hold this against you. You know, you supposed to be my servant. This woman, she's supposed to be a servant. Like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I just, you know, I'm just here to question things, just to give people an open mind, a different perspective, just to question their own thoughts, because I question my own as well, you feel me? Because at the end of the day, nobody truly knows anything. Facts are only well-established opinions that have been established for over centuries or over years, over time, you know? Everything can be challenged and questioned. There's been facts that have been proven to be wrong. So nobody knows anything, man. I may not know what I'm talking about. You may not know what you're talking about. You should always leave space for misinterpretation and misunderstanding. So I feel like we shouldn't really, you know, try to attack people, try to hold something so strongly against somebody and try to criticize and judge people, judging people for how they live their lifestyle, trying to talk down on them like they're less than you. I think that we all should try to understand people's perspective and then, you know, be like, okay, that's what they see it as, you know, respect that. I don't think that anybody should come off as arrogant, like their viewpoint is more valid than another person's, okay? It reminds me of the time back when the Aztecs, another history lesson, real quick, don't leave, okay? It reminds me of the Aztecs, you know, when the Europeans came with the gold, God, and glory or whatever. I don't know what this wasn't gang signs, but God, gold, and glory. They came here trying to tell the Aztecs, like, hey, we got this God for you, feel me? This is real, this is what it is. Get with it, you know? And they were like, hey, we already believe what we believe in. So the Europeans with this God, gold, and glory thing, they were kind of arrogant, saying, hey, what I believe in is right. You know, you gotta get with it, or we gonna kill you. I mean, it's up to you. It's what you want to choose. What you want to get with God, or we kill you in the name of God. I don't know. You know, I believe what I believe in. You know, whatever I believe in, I believe that is right. For me, I'm not going to try to convince people. I'm like, hey, I'll put you onto it. I'm willing to put you onto it. But if you don't want to, I'm not going to try to force you. I'm not going to try to act like I'm right and you're wrong. We have different interpretations. We have different life experiences. We have different beliefs, man. It's okay. I feel like it's okay. We should respect everybody's beliefs and everybody's decisions. So yeah, that's what I got for this video, man. Let me know how y'all feel about this. Like it if you liked it. Dislike it if you didn't like it. But don't dislike it. Leave a comment if you wish and subscribe for more content from All Seeing Ty. And I'm out, man. Peace.